Search is our game mode. I don't care. I swear to God, Chris. Say Curly one more time.
This is taken at his 4.
Let's go, bro. These kids are trash, bro.
The 20 to the 22-yard line.
Damn, man. Why are you not trying to freaking lose?
So here are the Broncos.
This is not even my map.
It'll be Case
I swear to God, Aaron. I swear.
In a Bronco uniform here in this one.
I don't want you guys mentioning that name again, bro. I discourage it. I don't like it.
Isn't Curly in our... Sorry. He in our clan?
No, he's claiming that he's enraged. Claiming.
Oh.
But you know, I'm not going to get into it. I'm not going to speak to him, okay? Sure. Please, move as a squad. Don't separate. Unless there's a 4-on-2, 4v3. And we had Bob. And we had Bob. Let's go to B. Let's go to B.
Oh. Of course. You didn't catch that.
Watch the distance. Who's one set? He's over here. Have 6 cents. Let's go.
You can use him
I'm
in
over
any
here.
spot as a wide receiver. In the slot, out wide. It doesn't matter. He just makes plays.
I don't see him. Get bomb, get bomb. I don't see him.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. A carry for the Northern California native, Devontae Booker. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. And a look now at the defensive starters for San Francisco.
And when you make an investment in a position, defensive line is a great place to do it, and the 49ers have done exactly that. Solomon Thomas, 2017 draft. Eric Armstead, 2015. DeForest Buckner, 2016. They should be a formidable defensive front.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Shotgun snap for Keenan. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
How did you guys dodge my freaking fit?
Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Stay together. Let them play it. Matter of fact, stay back spawn. Matter of fact, just stay. Let them play it. Whoever is rushing, you're a complete idiot. Just saying. Just saying. Just let them play it. Let them play it. I'm right here. I'm right here with you. Oh! I don't want to lose this game. I want to keep this close. I don't want to lose. Yo, I swear, once I prestige and I lose a search and destroy map, a search and destroy game, I'm restarting.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The man who won a Super Bowl
we cannot lose. These kids are trash.
Sarnia is not having it.
Able to drop him for a loss of about 10.
Okay, partner, a couple points
on,
of interest
bro.
right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after it.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot?
Should I go 8?
There's no
Should I
doubt
go 8?
about it, because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
So now 20 yards
I don't work
to
in the
go on
mornings.
second down
Thank
after the
God.
sack. Work to be done.
If you don't have ghosts, stay away from me.
Wait, ghost? Oh, like a perk thing?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I didn't know what you were talking about. I thought you meant the game, and I was like, why, dude?
Come on.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, Hey, they just won the battle.
Our teammates talking in group chat. Hold on.
They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Von Miller in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night. The number 2 pick back in 2011, Von Miller still doing his thing.
Boy, is he ever. If I were an offensive tackle, I don't know what I would do. I would tell the tight end he's got to stay in on all passing situations and help me out because he's got every move imaginable. One of the quickest guys off the ball in the league, and he's going to get to the quarterback.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Back deep for the Broncos is Isaiah McKenzie. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Denver Broncos sitting at 2-4 right now. We're going to take over the possession here again on offense, but the 23-20 loss against Los Angeles. It's now a 4-game losing streak. Is there a hot seat right now for Vance Joseph?
Unfortunately, I'd have to say yes, and the reason being they had a really rough year his first year as the head coach in Denver. And there's a lot of speculation about whether he would even get a 2nd year. Got the vote of confidence from ownership and management, came back for year 2. But here's the problem. He's a former defensive coordinator. Defense is his forte. His team is now the first in NFL history to allow 200-plus yard rushers in back-to-back weeks. 219 to Isaiah Crowell of the Jets. That was on the road in week 5. And then this past week against Todd Gurley at home with 208. And coming up, they're at Arizona. David Johnson looking his chops, wanting to get right. And then they play at Kansas City, who has Kareem Hunt, who led the league in rushing last year. That defense has to get better and in a hurry.
Damn it, man. Oh.
2nd down carry for Booker. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Hey guys,
I swear, man.
how y'all doing?
You can't play a freaking church, man. Shit, man.
Yo, what's up,
Damn,
everybody?
man.
Calm down, Narnia. Calm down.
Yo.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now.
God, man.
He has an anger issues right now.
I don't care not playing freaking church, man.
Calm down. Calm down.
God, man.
Guys,
Shit. Oh.
guys, not on live stream, guys, not on live stream, bro. It's bad enough, man. But bad enough. I had to see. Well, it's not Andy. I don't know who's putting on Andy's account, but the race splitting on live stream does not cut it, bro.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, I've been watching for like the past hour, and I'll just stay quiet, checking y'all guys out and stuff like that. But I was already gonna come in here before all that anyway, just to say what's up to everybody. And Narnia, man, the merch that you're coming up with, man, is really good, bro. I hopefully get enough.
Thank you, bro.
But yeah, guys, just keep it up, man. Just keep grinding. You're gonna win some, you're gonna lose some. Just keep going. I'm watching.
Thank you.
I was actually looking for Andy. But we were talking about something, but I don't know what it is.
There's like Mike's
You want his IG?
something.
Oh, he's in the chat under the.
Yeah.
I thought the guy was the person who was streaming.
No, that's Toxic.
Oh, so he's on the account in the chat. Okay.
Yeah.
You don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You circle the Pro Bowl.
Yeah. I didn't. The whole not wanting to push up during when you guys are on defense.
I am, bro.
The fact y'all into a corner, bro. That was like they're gonna get slaughtered in this round. And when y'all didn't push up, that was crazy.
Say you play Surge?
I do play Surge. I just don't stream it because a lot of people stream Snipe.
Dang. You want to practice with us if you have time or anything?
Well, I'm not getting on today. I'll probably not anytime soon. Still recovering from my wrestling match.
Okay.
Yeah. What's up?
It's a nice pickup at 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route
that's
zone coverage, and that changes things
that's
a little
bad.
bit because against
Yeah, I got a message from him. I had it uninstall my PlayStation app because I'm running out of space on my phone. So I had to uninstall some apps, and the PlayStation app was one of the ones that I had uninstalled to keep everything else going. And I'm just getting the
first trip to the red zone thus far. This is first and goal from about the 8. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings.
Offense.
Try control, man. That's what we're doing. We're playing control. We're taking control over them. Control is more of a team-based game mode. Just invest in getting.
There you go, Saint. I added you on this account. Ugh.
Yeah.
Word.
Yeah, and we come across a whole lot of brand new plans that I've never seen before on control, man. There's going to be a good plan wars coming up. There's other plan wars coming up, man. But it's all going to take place in control. So that's what we're focusing on right now. Well, right now I'm on
Karma
blackout.
wants to face you guys.
Karma.
Yeah.
Oh man. But yeah, right now we're focused on blackout right now because I don't stream multiplayer much because, you know, getting your guns prestige and getting attachments to your guns, it's a work in progress, you know? So while we're playing multiplayer off stream, we're streaming blackout, that way people get the content of BO4 anyways. But we're just getting in those games on blackout though.
He's going to get it running right. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Yeah.
This will be a 2-yard
Yeah, we're getting in talks with someone from
Right.
San Antonio about that as well. I'm trying to get a house for the main guys of SNTS to go out there and hang out for a bit. So it'll be right here in San Antonio where I'm from.
I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Oof. Oh.
Another thing, your boy Squeaker here has to turn his voice to always allow because it sounds like sometimes they're really talking to a ghost. I think Narnia went off on him, and I was like, "Who the hell is Narnia getting after right now?" Or
I just take my search and destroy very seriously.
I thought.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, let's
I'm
face it,
so
you're
sorry.
running the route tree in pregame.
Oh boy.
You don't have defenders breathing down your neck.
Oh.
You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Is the website looking good, Saint?
Yeah. It's freaking water
I don't
everywhere.
know. Okay. I'm just trying to figure out how to put like what is it? How to do the logos more graphically.
Talk with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, then no
Logos
one's
more graphic.
hey, that's just like making an
Yeah.
extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point's not a piece of cake anymore. Get a field goal from that distance,
That guys are
just give
doing
them
good.
confidence and let it
Yeah,
happen
guys,
through.
keep taking those kids away from me, bro. I've been wanting that for a good while now. So y'all guys keep going at like Squeaker here and Queen and all those little kids, man. But trust me, bro. It's y'all's headaches now.
Ugh.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away.
Yeah, man, that's one thing that's a big turn off on this game, guys. Cussing is just crazy. Especially in the chat too, Narnia.
Sorry. I'm trying.
Narnia, you gotta try harder.
I'm trying.
I don't really stream Black Ops that much.
I would be the guy all the way out on the field greeting my defense now, saying thanks a lot. You held them to a field goal after I turned it over. That's a big defensive stand for them.
I think my
He
late.
needs to go out now
Yeah,
and
my
make up
late.
for what he
Wait,
did
huh?
on the first drive.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gonna
Get
lead
off,
the Broncos
please.
up now, first and
Oh,
10.
you're not playing? Okay. Watch out, glitch.
The drive starts with Devontae
Watch.
Booker.
No. Right side.
He's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
He's head
10
glitching. He's
yards
head
on
glitching.
the pickup, and that'll
Click,
bring
click,
up
click,
a
click.
second in just
That's
about
up,
a few
that's up,
inches
that's up.
here.
Let's go.
Let's go. So that's incline? So people are subscribing? That's good. As long as you go out there, you know, as long as one person goes out there and promotes the channel, it's good. I would have it to where the whole team is out there at one time. That way they hear everybody's all cool and whatnot. But y'all guys got to tone down on the raging and the bad words because it's an automatic turn off.
Well, I might have to learn that one then.
I know me
Why
and
are you using a freaking shotgun?
me and Jake.
How did you die by that?
Me and Jay Gotti were in playing control by ourselves, and we took the lobby over pretty much because we're on top of the leaderboard. And the people that were in there were like, "Oh man, you guys sound so awesome, man! You guys are YouTubers." Yeah, we're YouTubers, man. Oh, what's y'all's YouTube channel? And then the whole lobby went and subscribed to us, so that was already like
I freaking hate you, Brandon.
Why? 8 people subscribed to the channel, so it's just how you present yourself. It's all about presenting it.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Okay. SND record.
Off play action. Keenum.
Alright, come on. We got bomb. We got bomb. What are we playing? What are we playing? Talk. E? Okay. Come.
Oh my goodness, was that a defensive
dang. Oh, chill. Damn it.
No. Defensive back. You're all smiles
no,
up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
Okay. Calm down. Just calm down.
Calm, Narnia.
Can't rage.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19.
Punch a pillow if you need to.
Oh, don't reload. Don't. You had 7 bullets. You could have. Oh my god.
Sometimes I'm sitting here thinking, why did I join in UFG?
Can't freaking move, man. I can't.
So when you slow down someone's running game, you're now
XMC?
on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to
They have
tee off on
XMC
their
in this
quarterback
game?
because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of
What
that
the hell?
nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Okay, come on.
They'll
No.
fake the give. Now Keenum. And he finds Hamilton. That's complete. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A good pick up there on 20 yards. Took him 5 tries, but he was able to complete that
freaking
first
just
pass of the
freaking
game.
little barrier.
Not just from him,
Come.
coaching staff, offensive line, receivers. Now
Dang.
it's off to Snide.
Did I get that kill?
Going in a nice groove where he becomes a little more consistent.
Because you miss those first 2, but you get up the 0 for 4 range. That can be a little tricky, but able to settle in, hopefully.
Yeah, now you don't have any confidence issues. You got to get it back.
Yeah, we can play hard point after this.
From the 50, it's Keenum. Looking deep for Demarius.
Got you.
He couldn't quite
Got it.
hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out.
Relax.
Incomplete.
I'm not gonna go on for it. Nope. Okay. I'm sorry, Brandon, but it's full time now.
They feel like they've got something there, and they want
I need to follow my vapor.
We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead.
Alright, we're playing. Alright. Hey, over here. What are you guys doing? When we have a bomb, we're supposed to come together. What are you guys doing? I swear to God, if I die, I'll close my app.
It tends to create a lot of congestion.
No, really? I did not see that.
Very hard to slot one in.
Let's go. Get there. Stay there. Hey, he's back one. What?
Got his man complete over the middle. That's McKenzie.
He quick scoped me. That mother.
He's got some skills.
I just want to know. I want to get your head like a potato and put you in the oven.
Oh my God, Narnia.
Why are you planning? Okay, play. I got you. Play. That's.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
It's right there.
Well, I'll leave you guys to it. I'll be checking out the stream, guys. Just wanted to say what's up to everybody.
All right, have a good day.
Keep grinding, bro. Keep grinding. Later, guys.
Up front, and in comes the flag.
I'm really rock on any block. I'm really rock on any block. Yeah. I'm really rock on any block. Yeah. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, follow me.
Start backs him up 5. First and 15.
Okay. Oh yeah, we got this.
Handoff. This is Booker.
I think they're at A. I think they're at A. Go A, go A, go A, go A. Hey.
Second and about a yard. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
Sorry.
I like what we're seeing from the
Brandon,
offensive
go
line.
game
They seem
chat.
to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Nice.
Comeback season. Let's go. Let's go, man.
On second down, here's
Don't rage quit. Come on, man.
Ooh, nice. Nice first down there, Broncos.
23-yard line.
Let's
2
go,
yards on
bro.
the pick up there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking
You guys saw me on there. Let's go.
They can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Let's go. Why didn't you take Bob? You should have taken Bob.
Adam, if you're new
Let's go,
to the
let's
channel,
go.
go
I'm going
subscribe and leave a like to this channel.
I'm scared too. I'm scared too. You
You're
go
scared.
first.
Back at his home state, Royce Freeman getting the carry. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
No!
Another scary report on
He's
him is
camping.
he possesses
High
the line just
glitching.
to be an elite linebacker.
Like a
What that
mother
means is his
freaking
ability to
flower
read, react,
in a
and
nice
make a
cup
play.
of dirt.
But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
What? He's
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive.
Don't
Here's
heal.
second and
Don't.
11. False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
Why did you heal? Why did you?
Trying to draw you offside, you get the lateral routes, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week.
Yep.
But
We can play
these
hard
guys
play.
just sitting
I'm
there
done with
for 4
search
quarters
today.
and slugging it out.
I'll make that 1 and 2 right now. 1 and 2. Freaking garbage, man. I'm not playing
And
this.
that false start penalty certainly
I need to
not
invite
helping
Lava
their
in the
cause
party
here.
because he's
Second
in our
down
team.
and long.
So, but I thought we had to play hard point.
After the penalty, here's Freeman. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21.
Narnia.
8-yard gain, so that gets them halfway there. Now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense.
All right, playing hard point?
So after
Good.
a while, I'm
Let's
not
go.
too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
The Broncos on 3rd
Let's
down.
switch this
They've
up.
hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
God,
From the
man.
gun, here's Keenum.
Damn it, man.
He's sacked back around the 28. Ruben Foster
I don't play piano.
with a big-time sack on
What's good,
3rd
Lava?
down. And it'll be a loss of
I'm
7.
sorry, Lava. I take search and destroy seriously, man. I'm sorry.
No. I'm a little rusty. I've been
God,
playing
freaking win.
since
God,
2000.
man. Oh, I just want to.
2007. I just lost
I
my
just want to have. I
there
just
on
want to
3rd
have
down.
a nice record in search. But
Oh, yeah,
no.
It takes
I'll
time.
get my TV back up in there.
Please turn that
So
off,
on
please.
4th down,
Why are we
up
playing
comes
such a
Brandon
short?
McManus
Why?
on the field goal unit for
No,
the Broncos.
why?
From the right hash, this
We're
from
playing hard
44 yards out.
We can't even play hard point.
Is that
We
what?
can't play
And
hard point.
McManus able to put it through, and
I
that
play
will
hard
tie
point.
us at 3-3. So they get the field goal,
But we can't
that
play
was a
hard point.
14-play
It's not letting
drive to
me.
get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on
I
me,
was.
partner.
I was.
Sounds like you're
I
thinking
know.
the 3's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative.
Alright, you guys want to play
sometimes,
Kill
so-
Well,
Confirm?
here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to
All
get
right.
6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later
Damn
on
it.
because
Then-
you might wear the defense down.
Alright, yo, Lava. We're gonna, kick you out until we get good at this, game modes.
Oh, yeah. I can
Alright,
play
man.
shots that one, but it don't matter.
Alright, bro.
So we're right back where we started.
I only
All
play
even.
you. I
I
don't
invite you
really
when
care
someone
about
leaves,
hurt.
bro. Alright.
This
I
is
invite you
taking
when
about 7
someone
yards
leaves, alright,
deep.
bro?
And
Oh, yeah, my bad, man.
It's alright, bro. But you can stay in the party if you want. Oh, I'm muting you. I'm muting whoever's playing that. I'm sorry.
And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And
yeah, word, bro.
No
you should join.
Absolutely. I'm already, my brother got a clan, and I'm already in the BG. BGS.
I bet, yo. See you in the future, bro.
3 points is 3 points.
We're going for MLGs, bro.
Not easily done.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners.
Alright, let's go, bro. Hard point, right?
Thank you, Adam, for subscribing to the channel.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Oh, I got 70 subscribers.
Can someone invite Turtle to the party, please?
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with
there
a
he
second
is.
and 5.
Thank you. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Now Garoppolo throwing on second. They'll find
guys.
here on the right side. Garoppolo a good one there for a 49 first.
See, what happened was, you know, I swear, every play on Riker, I'm going to cry. Someone vote Grid. Thank you. I love you, and I love you. No homo. Yeah, I don't.
So
I know I am. I'm sorry.
now, first and
No,
10.
sorry. I take that back. Alright, my record and search is 1 and 2. Okay. I swear, Wes. Alright, we need like communication. What am I even talking about? I play search. Never mind, I don't give a shit about this game over here. Let's just play.
Comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in
I
bounds and
mean,
complete the catch.
I have one too.
By our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the
Alright,
field turf, those
I'm
rubber
using
pellets
short.
flying up. Great catch. And the coach has decided to challenge this play.
I'll
He
turn
has
this
tossed
up.
down the red flag.
Chill, let me stop. Yo, that goal looks sick. Alright, where's first hard point? Where's first hard point?
He challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Yo, I'll wear a tactical mask after this, bro.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo.
Where's next hard point?
And this is incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that at just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now McKinnon. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. Pretty good running there, 9 yards.
I'm flanking.
Sets up a 3rd and 1.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage. And that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And every snap, a defense is trying to establish who they are. But on 3rd and short, that's really when you put it out there and tell people.
We need to write this shit down because I'm forgetting.
For the offense, they're looking at their offensive line and saying, guys, where are you? We need you on those plays.
Here's Bradley.
Watch every corner. He's behind us.
For the second time.
Dude, I need a fucking better game.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield and giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Booker. And he's got room. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards. 1st down.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep. Give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever's in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
Now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10. On 1st, again, they go with Booker. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Doing really bad.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves them with a 3rd down and 8.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. The Broncos on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Keenum. And able to find Deshaun Hamilton complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the 1st.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Keenum now 4 out of 10 throwing the ball in this first half, but he's got a 1st down here. They fake the handoff. Now Keenum. He's going to wind up and air it out.
Be careful, don't hit on him.
He dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there. 2nd down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really
He's in
hurt
truck.
their momentum.
He's in truck.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And before they can get settled in here, time expires. on the first quarter of action. 3-all the score. We're back to Santa Clara after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Back alongside Charles Davis and Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2. They're on the march, but facing a third down here. Out of the gun, Keenum. And this is going to be incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
So on fourth down, here's Marquette King to punt it away. Back deep, Trent Taylor. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here first and 10. Here we go, here we go. Play action, Garoppolo. Over the middle to Garcon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
It all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
One play has him to the 37 here for first and 10. Now it's Breida. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5. Breida, CD, an undrafted free agent from a season ago. And with McKinnon out, he's really helped fill the running void for the 49ers.
Yeah, remember, they got Jerick McKinnon as a free agent and expect him to be a 3-down back for them. As you mentioned, out for the season with an ACL injury. Almost fitting that Matt Breida stepped into the breach for him. They were college teammates at Georgia Southern. Breida leading the league in rushing. Tied for the lead, I should say, through the first 3 weeks of the season. And don't forget, in reserve, Kyle Juszczyk, their fullback, who can take some plays at running back as well. But he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far. And after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The Niners on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Please stop.
This is
I'm about to rage.
And he's got the first down.
I'm about to rage.
Don't rage.
47. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where
I'm on this at 8 o'clock in the morning.
line of scrimmage, but it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force. And they had that to pick up the first down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
I mean, I already texted Brandon with the logo.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I had to
the blitz, they're still able to
do
pick
no
up a
place
nice solid
search
game.
again.
The disadvantage of blitzing, often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Join up, Chris, because I can't see your name out here.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo.
Hurry up.
And Garrett Selleck here on the completion. That one goes for 24 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Well, Turtle, if you want to play safe with us, you can, though.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Being chased out left. And avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Oh, boy, yo. I cannot. I'm 1-2 right now. I have my record right here. So let me just...
McKinnon, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Right now.
They'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
The Niners on 3rd down.
Good night, Andy,
They've only
my
converted
sweet
once
prince.
in 4 tries.
What?
This is 3rd and 8.
What the hell?
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And this is going to be intercepted.
The Saints still watching.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. With that incompletion, let's discuss all the overtime games that we've had so far in the NFL. We've had 9 of them, at least one each week. Now, week 6, it was Miami and the Bears with the Dolphins getting the win.
Yeah, and you know something? That's an NFL record. Because that record was set week 5.
Oh, he doesn't say bye to me?
Game each of the first 5 weeks of the season. Now we're adding to the record, and I wouldn't doubt at all that we would get to 7 weeks and maybe beyond. It's been a very competitive NFL season.
Word. Haha. Haha, speaker. Aha. I got recon. Hey.
Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10.
You know what? How about y'all both watch your fucking language, okay?
Booker on 1st down. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18.
Everyone's
come on. Go 8. Go 8. Alright, you guys go first because I have the package. You guys go first. Go first, you fucking pussy.
He was talking to us
go.
And he's like, hey,
just go.
Can
y'all just go?
Nah, man. You're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
No.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Wait, am I the one that hits the block or yeah?
Here's Keenum now on 2nd down. Complete out right to Jake Butt. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The Broncos on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 9. Shotgun snap for Keenum. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down.
Watch bomb. Watch bomb.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long in that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run with Booker. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On the carry, it's Booker, and he works it to the 30-yard line, right at the 30. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Yeah,
and I watch you die.
Strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Wait, how come they had 5?
So 1st and 10 now
that's great.
From the 30.
I'm not playing Turlo again. He left.
They go play action here on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Pretty solid coverage there by the All-Pro Richard Sherman, able to get a hand in.
It's always who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense. Let's face it, if you get
I'm 0-2. Hell
4
no.
yards or
I
more
need
on 1st
10
down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort.
I'm going B. 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 I'm going B.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. And they'll run it here. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Denver 1st down.
What?
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really
after this game, I'm getting off.
How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Shut up.
Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Yo, they're at A. I mean B.
On 2nd down, here's Keenum. Got his man, it's Thomas. Touchdown, Denver. Demaryius Thomas, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos are in for 6.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive.
I'm not going
and
that
now they
anymore.
can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch?
I'm going B. I'm going B. What y'all doing? Come on, bro. Chill with that shit.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. McManus's point after is good, and the lead is now 10-3.
Oh my god, bro. Yep.
A 10-play drive that time, and it ends with a Denver touchdown.
Oh, they took my gun.
My bad, my power went out.
Now McManus on to kick this one off. Set to return. Here's Raheem Mostert. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going.
Maybe.
Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here first and 10.
Well, I kind of want to, but, you know. Thanks.
And the first play of the drive goes to McKenna.
Oh,
and able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Derek Wolfe in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
The Niners on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this will be taken at the 13. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was.
Are you gonna send any other pictures?
They were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
No, he's just playing around. I was just playing around, literally.
And on the ground they go with the running back. Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
From the gun on 3rd down, Keenum. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Here's Marquette King now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is brought in at the 21. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Jimmy Garoppolo and his offense heading back on the field. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground. But that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark it down at the 49. A nice gain of 21 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that. And having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Garoppolo on 1st down. He goes full extension, and he's got it. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
I know retirement ceremonies, a rocking chair is often one of the major gifts, but don't give this guy one just yet. He may be plus 30, but my goodness, how about that effort?
Yeah, he's not that old. Hey, I'm on the wrong side of 32.
You okay? You feeling all right?
I'll be all right.
Okay, good.
I just need some chocolate and a box of tissues. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They run it with McKinnon. Room here to run. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Oh, frick, I need to let up.
Here's Breida. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Here we go. Black 80!
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. And Robinson with a big catch. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. The Niners on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. To throw is Garoppolo. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
And Gold is able to put it through, and that'll bring them back within 4. So another good job defensively, because they've allowed 3 trips into the red zone, but only the 2 field goals.
Yeah, that's the bend but don't break, isn't it? And they really didn't get broken at all, because if you're running off the field having allowed 2 field goals and 3 trips in the red zone, you've actually come out ahead.
Yeah, flip it over to the other side. The offense, they'll hope to cash in for 6 next trip. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense trots back onto the field, and we take an in-depth look at Royce Freeman. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally, you run to set up the pass. Here, it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10. Keenum on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete. We're switching gears for a second. Let's talk about all the offense that's been going on around the league.
Yes, please. Let's do it.
We've had 3 games where each team has scored 40 points. That didn't happen all of last year. In the most recent example, Week 6, that incredible 43-40 Pats win over the Chiefs.
A lot of people talk about when you make rules changes or you emphasize certain things that you have unintended consequences. Let's not kid ourselves. This was the intended consequence. Open up offenses, more scoring. We're seeing that, and we're seeing it, and fans are loving it. Defensive coordinators are hating it, but fans are loving it. And how about Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady, that New England-Kansas City game? Big throw for big throw, touchdown for touchdown, and Brady guides them to a field goal to win it in the end.
Yeah, the elder statesman, because Patrick Mahomes was just 5 years old when Tom Brady threw his first touchdown pass in the NFL. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play. From the 50, it's Keenum. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hamilton. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On first down, it's Keenum. And that's complete to the tight end, Hireman. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 23 yards on the play. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run here with Freeman. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle, and he'll take this one down inside the 5 to the 3. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. We want to remind you that new this year in regular season games, I'll take you around the NFL, give you stats and scores from games in progress, as well as look back at games that have already been completed. So keep an eye out for that. But for now, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors. But overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Brandon Marshall coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. And they'll go on the ground. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. He's able to get 4 back on the run, but now they'll have to find something here on 3rd and about 14.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 14. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it'll be 1st and 10, Broncos from deep in their own territory. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the 2nd half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done. Partner, I think the easy thing now would be to just abandon the run and start throwing the football at all costs. But I've been in so many games where it doesn't work running the ball, and then something pops, and now you get something going. I'm not so sure to just abandon your game plan this early in the 2nd half.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll run it now out of the gun. Despite some fast footwork, he's still wrangled down shy of the 15. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves them still needing 11 here on 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Throwing is Keenum on 3rd down. And he's got Hireman. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, a 22. Well, you think he loved the protection he had there all kinds of time.
And you're so right. How could you not love that? Great protection. The big guys up front really locked in on it. No one gets near the quarterback. He's got all the time in the world to survey the field and deliver for a 1st down.
And the big boys up front, a big reason why they're also winning, too. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag.
False start. Offense.
Oh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
Still first down.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Play action. Now it's Keenum. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now they'll run on the draw. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This will be 3rd and 19. Working from the gun, Keenum. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Solomon Thomas, he's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. This man's been a fan favorite in the Bay Area for a while. First with Stanford, now with San Fran.
The number 3 pick out of Stanford last season. His versatility is the key to his success. Whether he's playing defensive tackle, defensive end, line him up over the nose in passing situations, usually uses his quickness to get to the quarterback.
Here's Marquette King now as he's on to punt for Denver. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. He'll look to set up his blockers. Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10. On play action, now Garoppolo. Caught left side, Garcon. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27. And at this stage, down in the 2nd half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Garoppolo, 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. They run with Breida. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. midfield. Here's Garoppolo. And that's incomplete. Garrett Selleck, the tight end, was the target. And that'll make it third down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. Trying to lay one up deep. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Darian Stewart. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So they get the INT. Now here's Keenum. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his second interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. His throw incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. And now it's second down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss out 40% of their throws somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
And they'll run it here. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
The Niners on third down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This is 3rd and 11. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Well, switching gears for a second, a neat moment before Pittsburgh's game last week. Everybody knows James Conner and how he dealt with cancer. 10-year-old in the crowd, Charles, had a sign that he was holding, and this kid is also dealing with cancer. James Conner went over to him, met him, gave him a word of encouragement, and signed some things for him. That was really nice.
Really cool, isn't it? Because James Conner understands what that young man's going through. I believe his name is Levi. Got his attention. They're kindred spirits. And James Conner also showed him, by his play and being back out there, beat this, overcome it, and go out and live your life the way you want to live it. And he's living it in a big way in the NFL right now, having a terrific season.
And over 100 yards again this past week.
Yeah, what a great story and crucial catch month in the NFL.
Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Keenum going to throw on 3rd and 1. Open man, and that's his tight end, Jake Butt. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
At first glance, I thought he just used his size in order to win the route, but he also had a little subtle move in there as well. Made the defender think he was going one direction and was able to track the ball in another.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Right back to Booker. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Keenum going to try and throw on 3rd down. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, the obviously red man covers their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
Keenum now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Keenum now to throw. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Cassius Marsh in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. And on the ground they go with the running back. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Malcolm Smith there for the stop.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Out of the gun, Keenum. Drops it underneath for Booker. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And McManus able to put it through. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes Jimmy Garoppolo now to lead his offense back out there. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10. The drive starts with a handoff to McKinnon. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. And Selleck here, left side. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 54 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
Here again is McKinnon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Two running plays go backwards, so what's the call on 3rd and 13 now?
Here we go.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route.
3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
They'll try to run with Breida. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
3rd down and goal. This Denver defense trying to hold up for one more play. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Von Miller bringing the pressure again, and that is his 3rd sack here tonight.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Gold is able to put it through, and that'll bring him back within 4. So it's a 3rd field goal for him now. He's accounted for all 9 points. I look down to the sideline, though. You can just tell they weren't too happy for 3. They wanted 6.
So they have to have 6. Look, he's keeping them afloat. But they really need to do exactly what you talked about. They need to get into the end zone and score some touchdowns. Otherwise, he's going to have to kick a lot more field goals than just the 3 he's already put through the post.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10. Keenum now on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Sanders. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Keenum now. Perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the fourth. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. On 2nd down, Freeman. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And they'll go on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Throwing on 3rd down, Keenum. And that is incomplete. Adrian Colbert, he was right there in coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Here's Marquette King now. He's been terrific so far. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed.
Super toe.
Here we go. 180.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Here they come, 2nd and 10 now from the 10.
Like 20. Like 20.
Garoppolo to try again on 2nd down. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Like 80.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Room to run past midfield. He'll find Goodwin here on the right side. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 48-yard line.
Like 80.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Trent Taylor, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
180.
Garoppolo looks to throw once more. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long?
180.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. A dump down to McKinnon. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And Denver getting set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Keenum. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. To throw on 2nd down is Keenum. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Keenum to Sanders for the Denver 1st down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking sideline, incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw there.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. They fake the handoff. Now Keenum. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they got a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Here's Marquette King now as he's on to punt for Denver. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is taken at about the 14.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. First down, Garoppolo. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That one goes goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Brendan Langley picks it.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take. Puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Keenum. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. In for the score. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Such an art to dot the I, just get the feet in right there against the line before going out of bounds.
Such an incredibly graceful, athletic play, but also a lot of practice goes into it. They work on that to make sure that they learn how to train their feet to get down in bounds.
And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. McManus now for the extra point. Extra point from McManus is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. Now McManus on to kick this one off. Mostert now to return. Oh, a nice spin. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here comes Jimmy Garoppolo now to lead his offense back out there. With his guys trailing here in the fourth, he can ill afford a repeat of the interception that ended the last drive.
Yeah, you're 2 scores down. You take it upon yourself now to play perfect or near perfect football if you want to get your team back into the game. But it's also tough to do when you're trying to avoid errors, yet still play perfect football.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. And his throw here is incomplete. It was Darian Stewart that time who was able to knock the pass away.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And it's caught by Salah. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big 30-yard play on 3rd. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Garoppolo on 1st down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. Back to the air on 2nd. It's Garoppolo. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
Here we go. Left 80. Set hot.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
They brought in the heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a 1st down.
Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped.
False start, offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Still first down.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. And they'll run it here. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. A good comeback there after the penalty. 9 yards, and it's 2nd and 6.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Kyle Juszczyk, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score.
And that touchdown ends a streak, for lack of a better word, of 3 field goals that they put on the board previously. They finally cracked the code.
Yeah, they've been down there. They've been in enemy territory, as you said. They just hadn't been able to punch it in until that point. All right, now what can the Niners do as they face a big 2-point conversion here? They'll try and run it here, but he will not get in here. He's stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game. So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for 2?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure, because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And not a whole lot doing there, as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now, because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is, don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. A big hitter there. A 1st down gain of 26 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 46. On play action, now Keenum. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll fake the give. Now Keenum. Over the middle, he's got Deshaun Hamilton. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. From the red zone now, Keenum. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To the air again, Keenum. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. On 3rd down, Booker. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And McManus able to put it through, and that'll push the lead up to 8. Now, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. Mostert now to return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here comes Jimmy Garoppolo now to lead his offense back out there. This is something we've seen many times over the course of his career. Can he pull off another fourth-quarter comeback?
And it's very strange, isn't it? Because when it's a player of this magnitude, even though the guys on defense have the lead and are sitting in the best spot, they're maybe the most nervous people in the stadium because they've seen this happen to too many people before, too many teams. They've got to find a way to shut him down.
Here we go again for the grizzled vet.
Here we go. Left 80!
He'll look to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Pierre Garçon, the intended receiver. And it's second down. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And welcome back, the offensive unit. They took the timeout. And now they get set to line up as we resume action. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Now Garoppolo, gotta have this one. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. On 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
And Denver getting set to take the field. They have the lead, still a one-possession game, but the defense got to stop. They've got the football now, just salted away, right?
Exactly. That's all the defense is counting on from their offense. They did their job in a big way. You know they're over on the sidelines now starting to take their tape off, and, hey, we've done this thing. The offense has to put it away, and that means ball security.
Absolutely. Stranger things have happened. Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10. The drive starts with Devontae Booker. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Right back to him on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
He's had a big game tonight, and while no one's going to be overly concerned about that last play, you also know that the offense coordinator does not want to see that happen again. They want to get back to doing what they've been doing all game long.
2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you prime the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get